Sonny Merriman, Virginia's Bus Company, and I'm going to spend a few minutes to go over this Thomas Chevrolet multi-function school activity bus. This vehicle is approximately 20 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 10 feet tall. The height is the main dimension you want to pay the most attention to, particularly if you're in a residential area. Look out for low-hanging tree branches and things of that nature. Again, 20 by 8 by 10. This is a side-mounted turn signal, so if you're in an intersection getting ready to make a right-hand turn, you got your turn signal on inside the bus. It helps identify to other motorists that you're going to be making a right-hand turn. You've got reflective tape to help provide more visibility of the vehicle at dusk, dawn, and during night. Dual rear wheel vehicle for safety, maneuverability. You want to have the tire pressure set at about 65 psi. Okay. This is a little tank. There's lots of metal in this bus. It's by design. The passengers' vehicles sit up higher than they do in a regular vehicle, so that if you do have any kind of side impact, anything like that, all the energy from the crash will be directed away from the driver's compartment. The most important thing I'm going to show you on this vehicle is this rear door. This is a rear emergency exit door. When it is fully open like this, there's a latch up here to keep that door from flying back on the kids if it was an emergency evacuation. So to properly shut that door, you just want to put a little bit of back pressure, and the door will release. You don't want to force the door shut. Do not force the door shut, okay? This is a gasoline-powered bus, so you just want to put standard 87 octane fuel in here. The tank holds about 35 gallons with a 33-gallon displacement. For what you guys are doing, you're probably going to get about 8 or 9 miles to the gallon. Okay. Eric told me about once a week somebody will be lifting the hood on this vehicle and checking the fluids, the oil, the coolant, and all the things like that. And you want to do that on a regular basis to make sure the vehicle is being properly maintained. Let's go ahead and go inside the bus, Eric, and I'll go over a few things. This vehicle is very automotive by design. Up in the driver's compartment, it's really no different than sitting in the driver's seat of a Chevrolet pickup truck. Anybody who drives the vehicle regularly will know how to sit in this seat, obviously turn on the engine, put the vehicle in gear. Parking brake is where you think the parking brake would be. You do have automatic headlights on this vehicle. You also have daytime running lights, so when you do put the vehicle in drive, the headlights come on automatically. You can see, I don't think you can see that in the video, but you can see out in the cross view mirrors of the lights that are on. Okay? Again, very automotive in design. Climate control here for the passenger compartment. You'll see the air conditioning, heat, defrost, all that. Again, just like on probably whatever vehicle you've already driven today. Up here are your bus body controls. There's your air conditioner there, for your heat, interior lights, and then this light will turn on, this switch will turn on a light in the fuse box up here. Okay? We'll talk very quickly about the mirrors on this vehicle. Out front of the vehicle you have the cross view mirrors, which are the oval shaped mirrors that stick out in front of the vehicle. That's a Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard for school buses. The primary purpose of those mirrors is to see if there's a small child standing in front of the bus. The mirrors that you're primarily going to use when you drive the vehicle are going to be your side view mirrors. They are manually adjusted, so you want to make sure that you help your fellow drivers out and get those mirrors adjusted for each driver. Some drivers are taller, shorter, and just have a different view of the vehicle from the driver's seat, so you want to make sure everybody's comfortable with the way the mirrors are adjusted. And of course you have a rear view mirror right here that allows you to see out of the back of the vehicle. So again, the mirrors are very important for driver safety. Very quickly, you've got a body fluid cleanup kit there, first aid kit, fire extinguisher, and reflective triangles there. So this bus is fully stocked with all the necessary highway safety equipment. Okay. Again, up here, very automotive by design. Most anybody can drive this bus without any issues. Again, provided they've had a little bit of training that I'm sure Eric's going to provide you. If you look back in the driver compartment, this vehicle is designed to transport 14 passengers. You've got 7 36-inch 2-passenger seats with color-coordinated seat belts. You're not required to have seat belts on a bus in Virginia, but I fully expect that the church and the school will want the passengers to have a seat belt. You have a roof hatch. Again, you can use it as a ventilator or an emergency exit. There's an emergency exit. You just take this red lever, turn it all the way to the right, and the roof hatch would flip totally out of the vehicle if you had to evacuate kids to the roof. Of course, we hope you never have to evacuate kids to the roof. We want the kids to go in and out of the passenger door at all times. Then, of course, you've got the emergency door that I demonstrated earlier. And if need be, you can always evacuate kids out of the driver's door. Okay? So again, for the most intents and purposes, I like to look at this as a sunroof for your bus. Okay? Anytime that you open the windows, which is very easy to operate, just like on whatever bus you rode at one time, always make sure you shut them tightly so you don't leave the windows a little cockeyed, or when it rains or snows or whatever, you don't want to get anything inside the bus. You want to make sure that you keep the aisleway clean. It's always a good idea for the driver to go through the bus at the end of the day and pick up any trash or whatever. And that, if you keep a hold on that, it does help keep the bus cleaner over time. Okay? And again, you do have a nice little storage area back here that you can use for coolers or equipment or anything like that. You do have a vandal lock on this vehicle too. I'm going to go ahead and activate the vandal lock. Right now this door is unlocked. Notice you hear the buzzer go off when I open the door because the vehicle is running, so it's assuming that there are passengers in the bus. Okay? But at nighttime, or if you go to a park or somewhere and you want to secure the vehicle, this is how you would lock it. Now when I do lock it now, the buzzer is going to go off because the engine is running. Okay? Now when you lock it at the end of the day, turn the engine off and try to turn the engine back on, the bus will not start because an emergency exit is obstructed. Okay? We'll go ahead and turn it off to get rid of that noise. But again, at the end of the day, make sure you secure that door, and then when you come back out the next morning, you need to come back and unlock the door in order to start the engine. Okay? That's about